Let's go to our live NBA mailbag. We're going to answer all of your questions. If you're watching with us live, use that hashtag NBA or send us your super chats to jump the line. We're going to get your questions pulled up live on screen. Quay91 White says Paul George to Golden State. I mean, do the Clippers want the number 2 pick? I don't think so. I mean, they have a very tight window right now. I think we are underrating Paul George. I know he stunk in the playoffs, and nothing made me happier than seeing Pandemic P coming out to play. But the Clippers, the Warriors. Oh, wait, the Warriors. I was getting all mixed up here. Yeah, I'm right. I think the second pick and Draymond Green? I don't think that gets it done. I don't think the Warriors have what the Clippers want in return. So, I don't know. You got to give me something better than that. I just don't think the Warriors are the team for Paul George. Paul Christian says, can Golden State sign Gallinari? No. Unless Gallinari really doesn't. Well, actually, Gallinari did say that he would be willing to take a pay cut to go win a ring. And Golden State is in a very good spot to go out and get a ring somewhere. And I think Golden State could really benefit from a guy like Gallinari. Obviously, they have Draymond in the starting 5. He's more of their defensive forcer type power forward, whereas Gallinari could come in and be that instant offense off the bench. I would love this move for the Warriors. I'm just not so sure Gallinari is willing to take that big of a pay cut because the Warriors don't have a lot of cap space to go out and sign him. Now, whenever something big goes down, whether it's Kevin Durant leaving the Warriors, or it's Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers, or it's Anthony Davis going to the Lakers, whatever it is, we've been live for it all. So when you go to youtube.com/chatsportstv, or you scroll on down to the comment section, hit that big red subscribe button, you're going to get free basketball coverage 24/7. Best place to go. We just hit 200,000 subscribers. I want to get to 300,000 subscribers very, very soon. So go hit that subscribe button today. Why not? Coming in with the question says, the 10th pick for the number 2 pick for the number 10 pick and Kelly Oubre. Interesting. And then draft Neesmith, but if Vassell is available, draft Vassell. You know what? I think Golden State would be willing to do this. I really do. I think it's a pretty good trade. I think they get a great player in Kelly Oubre, and they can still get their guy at number 10 because let's be honest, if they want to trade down for Devin Vassell, that's a good place to probably get him. I think he falls around that range. So I think both teams say yes. I'd be interested to see. I think Phoenix, at that point, you have to take LaMelo Ball and place him next to Devin Booker. That's a pretty good question and a pretty good trade idea as well. Let's go to number 2. And really, when you go 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4, there are 2 very different tiers. And at number 2, it's Devin Vassell out of Florida State. He's a great shooter. His wingspan is NBA ready, which means he'll come into the NBA, and much like Josh Green, he'll be a step up on the defensive end from him. When he gets to the rim, which doesn't always happen, he finishes very strong. And we'll talk about this more here in a minute, but his shot form's changing a little bit, which gives me a little bit of pause on this kid. But until I see otherwise, I'm going to have him at number 2. And one team that's already interested is the Golden State Warriors. That's right. The team with the number 2 overall pick is interested in this kid, which I have going in the middle of the lottery. Now, what they want to do is not take him at 2. They want to trade down and get him somewhere else, and I think that's a great idea. Golden State can pick up maybe a couple other picks or players and also get Devin Vassell around that 7 to 10 mark in the draft. You absolutely do it. This kid is going to be special at the next level, and he is a high-level shooter. Here is my only problem with Vassell is that weird shot form that I saw in a video of him working out. He used to have a Klay Thompson type form. It was beautiful. I mean, it was picture perfect. Like, I would show my future kids how to shoot a basketball by showing them Devin Vassell videos. And then he changed his form. And he kind of did this thing where he pulled it behind his head like this and then let it go. And it was real ugly. I wouldn't recommend it to absolutely anybody, but hopefully it works out in his favor. Now, when the NBA draft rolls around, we're going to be live for it all. It is a great night. I mean, it's one of my favorite nights here at Chat Sports is when we're sitting in the NBA draft, going pick by pick, 1 all the way down to 60. I know the big guys over at ESPN, they showed a quesarito instead of the 47th overall pick getting picked when Nikola Jokic got picked. Not us. We're going to talk about every single player and every single pick on draft night. Go to youtube.com/chatsportstv or just hit that big red subscribe button. Joshua Padua says, number 2 draft pick trade ideas for the Golden State Warriors. There's a lot. I mean, there are so many that I have seen out there. I think the most intriguing ones include Bradley Beal, maybe a Kevin Love if you want to go a little bit older. But we do have quite a few Warriors trade rumor videos on the channel. So if you're not subscribed, you probably missed it. But scroll on down, and you can find those. We have a whole Golden State Warriors playlist. You can pull it up, and it's in that trade. Those trade ideas are in there. You know, I'm so back and forth on what the Warriors are going to do with this pick. I'm almost in the camp where if they can sign like a big man like Dwight Howard, you just keep Wiggins, you keep number 2, you take the talent, and maybe you trade someone later. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let's go to Mark White with another Warriors question. Warriors second pick and Eric Pascal for Quinn Cook. So Quinn Cook now plays for the Lakers. He doesn't play for the Warriors anymore. That was a few years ago. For Embiid and Mike Scott. I don't hate this, but I think if the 76ers are going to trade one of Embiid or Ben Simmons for that number 2 pick, they're going to trade Ben Simmons so that they can draft LaMelo Ball at number 2. So I think the 76ers say no here. I do like Eric Pascal, though. And Mike Scott, he's fine. He's a really good salesman at the Dunder Mifflin Paper Company, though.